Oh, howdy all, grab yourselves a beer, it is time for some Path of Exile discussion. In this video, I want to go blind into the Crusader's Sanctum. This is one of the endgame new bosses, where Baran, who is the Templar-oriented, Templar/Inquisitor-themed one of the new Conquerors of the Atlas, where he hides. You'll notice I'm accessing it via an Arachnid Tomb. What's happened here is that Zana gave me a quest to focus on this octant of the Atlas. It has a name, Lyra Athane. And while I was running them, I had to run a bunch of the different maps, and eventually, after enough maps run in Lyra Athane, I was then given a new marker on the Atlas. And what that did was it put a little symbol above the Arachnid Tomb, and then when I talked to Zana, she said she gave me an option, a dialogue option, to enter Baran's Citadel, and I had to then clear a complete Arachnid Tomb map, and then I'm here. Okay, so it looks like it's just straight into the boss fight, and I have seen a video of this from the teasers. It seems that there's an ability that he has called Mana Runes, which electrifies one of these tiles. That's something you need to dodge. I don't know anything else about it. So I'm just going to preload some damage. And I'm just continually circling around him. Okay, that's the Mana Runes. They stay active for quite some time. So I'm just going to teleport over. Teleport move skills seem very good at the moment. Oh, oops, I just accidentally stood on it. So that's a challenge to not fuck that up. Okay, so he has a big slam attack that's very obviously telegraphed, and I'm out of life flasks, which is dangerous. Okay. There's a lot of unavoidable damage in this fight, although it's all at manageable amounts at the low tier. Wasn't sure which way that was going to face. I knew it was doing a slam, I just wasn't sure where it was going to hit. It's a close range slam. I'm actually sure where he is at the moment. He is. Opportunity to get in a bit of damage. That's a new ability, so I'm not sure what he's doing now. Okay, there he goes. So, we've had two of the Crusader-themed items drop. A Crimson Watchstone, which is the first tier. And then just a bunch of absolute trash loot. I didn't get any of the special stuff that can drop from these guys. I sort of wasn't expecting it. This is the lowest tier of the fight. Now, at this point, I have the ability to socket this in the Atlas somehow. So that goes in there. And at this point, I believe I have the option of now turning that on somehow. How I do that I'm going to try and figure out. That's not immediately apparent. Anyways, at this point, let's go back and talk to Zana and see what the next step is. There's Zana, and there's also the other new NPC, Officer Kirak, who is actually Baran's brother.
Glad you made it back.
Now, at this point, I need to figure out how to use these watchstones.
He left a stone behind. Superficially, it resembles a virtue gem, but I don't think that's quite what it is. When we defeated the Elder, we didn't kill it. I don't think something like that can.
Okay, that's cool.
Instead, we sealed the Elder using a device designed by my father. A design we salvaged from physical memories of his we found.
So now at this point, we need to figure out how to actually use them.
Contains an immense amount of information from the earliest explorers of the Atlas. As the exiles seek to hide from us, they will undoubtedly move into deeper territories.
Alright, so how do I turn this on? That's the question. So I think I have socketed it, haven't I? Or am I putting that into the wrong tier? No, that's the Athan. I'm going to try talking to Officer Kirak and see if there's anything further now.
Sounds like he's a bit out of sorts.
It's saying go and explore him further. Now it's telling me to explore different regions of the Atlas to find Baran. But I'm still not sure what to do at this point, so I'm going to pause it and find out. Okay, so I finally figured out what you need to do with this, and it's as simple as taking it from your inventory. This is not a way of socketing him in the Atlas. This is a quest item storage space, and all it is you just drag it and drop it over on top of the red stone. And now this has upgraded the Lyra Arthane quadrant of the Atlas. Seems like everything's gone up by 4 map mods. Sorry, 4 map levels. And our Ancient City has only gone up by 3. And there's also been a bit of shuffling around of maps. So we've got Ancient City there. That remains. Defile Cathedral remains. Relic Chambers is the new map that's been added. At least Relic Chambers and Gardens as well. Anyways, that's how this system seems to work for the moment. I have also thought of a way that you could conceivably farm tower maps now, given that on the unupgraded Lyra Arthane, tower is the only tier 5 map. So one strategy you could use is to raise everything on the Atlas to level 6 or higher by using these watchstones, and then have all of your lower tier maps downgrade to tower. Anyways, I'll leave it there. That was an interesting first attempt at that boss, and good to be able to get it down. Not very smoothly, but I did get it down first try without any deaths. If you got any comments or questions, leave them below.